Oh, yes. Love that. Hello and welcome to the Gooner Talk. Back again with you guys for another show, for another episode of our Raw Reactions series. It's the latest Arsenal news, matches, and pure excitement. And that's what we've got to you today is Arsenal's 3-1 victory over Tottenham Hotspur in the North London derby, in which, is it time? Is it that moment where we get back on the train? It's going to take a lot of people, probably a few more games, a fair few more games, to be fair. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all because it's been a pretty dour place, has Arsenal, these past few weeks, months. It's been pretty dour. But today, that kind of pain that I suppose has built up over the last, as I say, weeks and months was certainly released. Certainly released today. And we very, very much got to enjoy it. Very, very much so. Got to enjoy a North London derby to remember. Genuinely, it will be one that the media companies use as compilations for the future. The play, the tackling, the assisting, the goals, the finishes, just the style that was there. And I've said for a long, long time, a long time, that all I've wanted to see is style. That's what I want to see. I want to see a style. I want to see a system. I want to see patterns. I want to see triangles. I want to see patterns of play in the wide areas and through the central part of the pitch. I want to see designated roles for players with more freedom and less restriction. That's what I want to see. Now, whilst in very joking circumstances, I did tweet saying trust the process, obviously, because it's the perfect time. It's a joke. I am still, I'm in need of seeing some consistency. This is such an opportunity to be a catalyst for Arteta and for this team to move forward, to galvanise everything that we wanted under Arteta, which is to see something that is great and fun and dynamic and akin to some of the Arsenal games and plays and systems of old, which you have to be honest, some of what we did today was that. There were some beautiful, beautiful pieces of football today from Arsenal. And that's what we want to build on. And that's what we want to show in every single game that we play this season. And hopefully we will continue to do that. And this is the opportunity. It's the opportunity to string these games together to then fully convince. Now, we will make a judgment at the end of the season, of course, and we will see where we have finished and who we've competed with and how we've done that. But I'm feeling good right now, and I will not allow any negativity. No one's saying that Spurs were awful and that's why we won. You've still got to win those games. How many times have we come up against opponents where we've dominated teams and we're unable to get a victory, where the other team practically handed us a win and we didn't take it? We absolutely took it. We grabbed this derby by the scruff of the neck and said that, no, we aren't having this. We are winning it. It's as simple as that. And it's fantastic. And I'm not going to spend too much longer with my thoughts because my thoughts are going to come through from you guys. This is what we do the show for. This is what we do the post-match reaction show for, is to get your thoughts, your feelings, your questions heard, discovered, and found in our chat box. And we can talk from there. So if you have anything that you would like to say about the game, then please do throw it into the chat box and I will do my absolute best to read through as many of your comments as feasibly possible. And if you haven't already, please drop a like on the show and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here with those notifications turned on so you never miss a show. Okay, let's go through some of these questions and thoughts. Let's go right to the top of the chat and see what you guys are saying. Mardeni, Tomiyasu is looking like a proper bargain. Can I get a Tommy dab from Noah Wheeler? Of course you bloody can. Franchel says, I'm very happy today. 4231 says, Sheath King, case closed. We'll see. I'm interested to see what happens now Granit Xhaka looks to be injured and whether we go back to that 4-3-3 that we saw against Burnley. I think it could be an idea still. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Come on. Evening, Jashar. Evening, Alex. Evening, Noah. Evening, my soul. Evening, Wilson. Loving some of what you guys are saying in the chat box. Ray says, I'm always saying, press the keepers. They make a mistake when we properly, and we did that. The press, the Erdegaards. This, honestly, he's just got so much energy, so much galvanizing leadership skills from Martin Odegaard today. And again, pressing the back line, forcing mistakes, forcing goal kicks to go out wide, or just kicks from the keeper to go over the defenders' heads, or forcing them into silly positions in which they made errors. That's what you want every game. I don't know if he can do it every game, but that's what I want every game. Absolutely. Also says Arsenal were absolutely brilliant and Spurs were really awful. Simple as that. Pablo says today we see style, hunger, and passion. I'm absolutely buzzing. Come on, says the brother. Gooner Vettel says that was a fantastic performance, Tom. Wow, what a game, says Nimish. Ajit says media continue to looking down on it. Love it when we shut them up. I'm taking offense. I'm taking offense, Ajit. And says, where are all those pundits who said that Arteta didn't know what he was doing? Gary Neville, show Arteta some respect. Now, David Blashik says, want to see if we can carry this on until the Liverpool game. Mo Fala says, Spurs weren't awful. We shut them down. They have moments of strength, and it's a fair point. Every time Spurs looked a little bit dangerous, we defended it. We coped with it. Only one time did we let it break when we conceded, and I thought Partey could have done a little bit better to track Heung-min Son in that moment, and arguably we were a man down because Granit Xhaka was off the field at that point. Not off the field, but he was out of the action because he was down injured, so I can forgive it, especially considering we're 3-0 up, but there was a couple of issues in that moment, but we're not going to go into too much analysis of conceding that goal. Tim says the first 45 minutes is why we believe we are the Arsenal, a North London derby made in Hale End. Bukayo Saka, Smith Rowe. Who is your man of the match? Because it's really hard to pick between those two, between Smith Rowe and between Bukayo Saka. It's hard to pick. I lean slightly more towards Smith Rowe. I feel like Smith Rowe was the most influential of anyone on the pitch today, but Bukayo Saka was awesome. Back to the right. What did we say? We talked about this. I mean, I even think I wrote about this, that he needs to be played on the right-hand side. You need to pick between him and Pepe. And Arteta picked between him and Pepe, and it paid off. It paid off big time. It's amazing what happens when you play players in the right positions. Absolutely. Amol says Ramsdale scolded in the defence when they let us shot it in is everything we missed in our keeper. Ramsdale. Wow. Just wow. This guy, the mud that so many of us are in for doubting, the utter embarrassment that some people must feel that sent abuse towards Aaron Ramsdale, saying, don't sign for Arsenal. I'm looking at you, that person that said, don't sign for Arsenal. Disgraceful. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Jeez, how on earth you must be feeling. So funny. Flying Fish Overlords, always a pleasure. Says Ramsdale really proving doubters wrong at the moment. Superb. Amazing stuff. Michael Velasquez says all of Arteta's signings are kicking on from the start. Well played. Hugh Merizier says this should be a catalyst for Arsenal now. We need one more win before the international break. Mr. Joe Kerr, one of our esteemed members, if you'd like to join up and join Joe in our Discord server, you can by clicking that join button or going into the description and clicking the ship link. You get lots of access to stuff, and you get to come on the show as well for our preview shows too. So make sure you don't miss out on that. But Joe says that was a performance worth waiting for. And Arsenal fans, we are going to have to wait for performances. We aren't in Europe this season. And ultimately, we are now in a position where we have a lot of recovery time. We can be fresh for each game. And maybe the fact that we don't have European football is leading to the fact that we've got a very fit squad, bar now Granit Xhaka. That is the only one that we don't have available to us. Amazing stuff. Ray says that deflected shot when he spent so much time in the air to tip it onto the crossbar was awesome. That video of Ramsdale saving that shot is going to be played on repeat over and over and over, and we're going to revel in it every time we see it. Of course you can. Happy birthday. Have an absolutely fantastic, mate. Have a fantastic day, mate. Forgetting words and sentences now. Yeah, Colin Brown, remember the women's team? They won 5-0 at Man City. Amazing display from them. Really pushing on this season after that opening day victory against Chelsea. Fair play to the girls. Smashing it. Great day for Arsenal. And, of course, the under-23s, 2-2 with Manchester City's under-23s team as well. Man City, of course, unbeaten so far this season in the PL2. Really great display. I think it was Salah Adine scored an unbelievable strike. And Joel Lopez, too, getting on the score sheet. Backup left back, possibly in the making. Someone that will compete in the future and someone that will add value to his name as well. Shout out to Odegaard, says Matt G. Thought he was great, but imagine his performance will go under the radar. Dave says from 1 to 11, that was an immense performance. That's how we found it. That's how I found it. I found it a really easy watch, and there's nothing more I like than it being easy to watch Arsenal play. Also, as someone who has to write throughout the entire game, to write a piece that goes out on full time, very appreciative of going 3-0 up in the first half. Makes my job so much easier. So thank you, Arsenal. Really appreciate that. Made the write-up so much easier than it would be, say, if you win in the last minute. That was the goal from Spurs didn't really affect anything, but yeah, it would have been a lot worse for me if it had been a 90th minute winner. That's for sure. You have to basically rip up your entire script at that point that you've been prepping and writing and trying to predict how it's going to flow and fall. But luckily, it was fine. So I appreciate it for that. Certainly so. Shave says, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It might be Shiv. Do correct me. Says, thanks for the daily content, Tom. Much love and respect. Making my days better and filling up with more Arsenal info. One of the best out there next to Hugh and a few others. Hugh always doing a good work over on his channel. If you aren't already checking out Hugh, do it. As a son, as a disciple myself, got to respect Hughes for hard work. Does amazing stuff. If he says, I do hope next week we don't revert to the back, to the slow, boring football. Me too, mate. Me too. There's only hope. We can only hope that we don't. John says, man of the match, question mark. How about Odegaard, Ramsdale, Tommy, Gabriel, Partey, Emil Smith-Rowe, Saka and Aubameyang? We have a plethora of brilliant choices. To be fair, you've not included White, you've not included Xhaka, you've not included Tierney, and all of them I thought were also great. I thought that White winning that header against Harry Kane in the first, for the first goal, led to the first goal. If he doesn't win that aerial duel, doesn't get anywhere. Again, more people slam down in the mud about Ben White. Loving it. Just lap it up. It's so good. Mark says, Tom, you have stated that you cannot see a style of play from Arteta recently. Has today's game done anything to change that? Yes, absolutely. That's what I said at the start. I said I've been longing, Mark, to find and to see that style. And I saw it today. And I said that in the piece that I wrote after the game. I've said that in the video I did after the game over on Football London. And I'm saying it now. That's what I've wanted. That's what I've needed. Now, the next step, Mark, is consistency. We need to see this style every week and it developing and it becoming more unpredictable for the opposition to try and deal with. It needs to be fluid and it needs to be sharp and strong and clinical as it was today. So yes, Mark, absolutely. Today is the first time I can genuinely see that style, the patterns, the triangles, the incisive passes through the middle, what we're trying to do. I saw it. And I absolutely love it. Soon, who is one of our newer members, I believe. I don't recognise your name, Sue, so I'm assuming that you are fairly new. Apologies if you're not. I'm going to check now, and you've probably been around for like 2 years. By the way, we do have people actually approaching the 2-year mark on membership, which is absolutely amazing. Let's see if we can't find soon in here. He's been a member for 22 days. So yes, so you are one of our newer members. So thank you so much, if I haven't already said before, for joining us. It says Tomiyasu might turn out to be the signing of the season. His combination with Saka on the right is just energetic and excellent. Now we are an attacking from both wings. Saka and Tomiyasu linking up perfectly. Smith-Rowe dropping in, sometimes supporting them. Odegaard, of course, combining really well on both flanks. Oh, I'm so happy we signed him up to a full deal. So happy. So happy. Zamir says, Tommy is also a great shout for man of the match. He was the best defensive player, in my opinion, and shows what a proper right back can do in our team. Oh, can you imagine if you'd have bought that? What's his name? Oh, what's his name? Is it Emma? Is it Emma? Royal Emma. Is that? Yeah, I can't remember his name. Get a Fix says, what does Alexander Usyk and Arsenal have in common? They've both lifted multiple titles at Spurs. Love that. Sorry, missed the start of the show, unfortunately. My bad. No problem, Mark. You're entitled to ask the question, mate. So fair play and thanks for joining us. Charlie D says, the fact that we have now an impressive first and competent second back four is excellent. Even with the keepers now, the competition is key. Who? Who? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Did he play? Was he on the other? Whoosh! Just no. Over my head. I don't know. I don't know what you're on about, guys. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue who you're on about, guys. Mark Denny says the reaction between Tommy and Ramsdale when Tommy made a vital tackle showed a spirit in that defence that we haven't seen for years. Tim says, can we talk about Partey's dominance of the deep midfield and the long ball into Aubameyang? Oh, I have never been more annoyed. That's a lie. I was more annoyed when Aubameyang missed that penalty at Wembley against Spurs, but that was so annoying not to see Aubameyang in that moment, just get the ball under control. That was really annoying. Let's go to Joe, who says, do you think Nuno is regretting signing that contract now? Aha, aha, aha. We said this several times. We said this multiple times that we have been waiting for the moment where Nuno Espirito Santo is shown to be just the utter wrong choice of coach. Just the absolute wrong choice of coach. And I am reveling, absolutely reveling in the fact that it is falling apart at the seams. I mean, what are Spurs' next fixtures? Let's have a look. Okay. They play... Who on earth are they? Mura. Who are Mura? I've never heard of them. Mura. In the NS Mura. I'm sorry, I need to... Who are this team? Mura, commonly referred to as NS Mura or simply Mura, is a Slovenian football team playing in the town of... Oh, please. Please let them lose. Please let them play a really weak team naively going into that game. Who the hell are they? Come on. And people wanted us to be that. No, I don't want to be anywhere near that competition. Okay, so they play Aston Villa, who have just beaten Manchester United next Sunday. They then travel to Newcastle before going to West Ham, then away to Burnley, then at home to Man United, then away to Everton, then at home to Leeds. Mate, Spurs aren't picking up any points. This is going to be great. I can't wait to see this completely fall apart. It's going to be fantastic. Oh, absolutely amazing. How happy are you not to be in the UEFA Conference League? How great is it not to be in that competition? Not only have they got to play these games against Premier League sides, they've got to travel to Mura. Or are they at home? Are they at home? They're at home. That's annoying. When are they going to be away to Mura? Oh, before they travel to Burnley, just a few days, 3 days after. It's beautiful. It's great. Love that. Oh, dearie me. None of that. No. See you later. None of that. Chicken's getting roasted. Love that. P. White. We had like 3. I think we had 11, Gene, to be honest. I think we had about 11 man of the matches, to be honest. Oh, I don't doubt that Slovenia is a lovely country, Mark. In fact, I'd be more than happy to go there on holiday. But for Spurs to travel there for work 3 days before having to go away to Burnley, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Jamie O'Hara, Tim Sherwood, and Jermaine Genus, your team took one hell of a beating. Namish says, after watching that performance, what do you think our realistic target should be for the season? Ooh, look, I have to wait. I'm not going to lose my head at this point. We need to see consistency. We need to see this progressing over the course of several games before we come out with any kind of, top sixes. And look, I'm not going to lose my head here. Top 4 is still, in my opinion, so unachievable. I just don't see it happening. Teams that are going for top 4 are too good, and I just don't think it's a realistic target at the moment. Top 6, absolutely, we'll get back into Europe in the, not in the Conference League, but actually into Europe. That's where we need to be. That's where we need to be aiming. Ultimately, for me, I think that is probably where I'm going to wrap things up. It's quite late. It's not the usual show straight after the game. And of course, I'm not doing many of those because I am working as I have done today. If you wanted to see my literal raw reactions to the game over on the Arsenal Way, link is in the description. Go and watch my immediate thoughts with Umar over on the Arsenal Way. along with Arteta's press conference and a lot of other stuff as well post-match. Check it out. Have an amazing evening if you're in the West and you still got the evening to enjoy. If you're in the East and you're waking up to this news, what a day you got ahead of you. I'm going to enjoy this week. I'm going to lap it up. I'm going to enjoy the European football despite not being in it. I'm going to enjoy watching Spurs lose to Slovenian side Mura, who I've only discovered exists today. It's an absolutely wonderful day, and I can't wait to enjoy the rest of the week. And I'm absolutely buzzing for the next game. And that's all you can ask for as an Arsenal fan, is to long and will the next game into existence. And that's how I feel. Have a fantastic evening. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with those notifications turned on so you never miss a show. And as always, up the Arsenal.